It's this simple. You're not going to hear it, from me. I'm just going to move forward positively. I'm just going to relax with you guys on streams. We're going to enjoy games. We're going to have fun discussions. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Sarah has tipped me $1. Says, why are you so hard on Switch games like Tears of the Kingdom for being 30 frames per second and not having fantastic performance, but give Dragon's Dogma a free pass or softball them for their performance shortcomings? That's not the case at all. What am I saying? I'm saying the one negative about Dragon's Dogma is the frame rate, correct? And the reason that the frame rate of Dragon's Dogma is so low is because all these game devs are forced to make their games at 4K resolution. Sarah, Tears of the Kingdom does not run at 4K resolution. It runs on the Switch, which is a child's toy. That's why I'm hard on it. Nintendo needs to stop making children's toys if they want to be taken seriously. And if fanboys would just stop buying everything Nintendo puts out there in droves, Nintendo would improve. But instead, we let Nintendo get off with always being behind it, behind everyone else, right? Nintendo had the ability to have Tears of the Kingdom run beautifully if they actually made a machine that could run games beautifully. But they don't care. They make children's toys. And that's stupid, because the games they put on there aren't representative of that. Tears of the Kingdom, imagine if Tears of the Kingdom ran at a full 1080p 60 frames per second smoothly the entirety of the game. Right? What a masterpiece it would be. But instead, it runs like dog shit. Literally the whole game, too. It's not just, oh, there's a couple times. Most of the game runs like dog shit. It looks terrible. Every time you have big combat, it chops up. You can't, it's shitty. And we keep giving them a pass. And I don't understand why. I just don't. I think Nintendo needs to be held to task and say, fucking make a console that can run the games. Your own first-party game devs can't make games for your console. That's stupid, right? That's not the case with Dragon's Dogma 2. Third-party company trying to push 4K graphics, which is the industry standard for anything except Nintendo, and now they're having frame rate issues. That's a shame, but that's not end-all be-all for me. With Tears of the Kingdom, it's literally a pain in the fucking ass to play it, because the game's so choppy. It's an apples to oranges comparison, quite frankly. Okay. All right. I received a $4.20 tip from Dan the Man. Dan, how are you doing? Good to see you here today. Welcome. Thank you so much for that tip. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see here. I received a $1 tip from Sarah. After calling the Switch a kiddie console, do you understand why you never get an audience when you play Switch games? You're insulting Nintendo fans when you say that. If you feel personally insulted when I criticize a game console, you should stop being so much of a crazy rabid fan of a game console. No, I mean it. You don't work for Nintendo. You know that, right? You didn't design the Switch. You don't have any vested interest in the Switch's performance. You don't work there. You don't get a paycheck from them. You're not part of a family of Nintendo. You're just a player like everybody else. That's ridiculous. I can't criticize the Switch for what it is. Like, what are you talking about? That's nutty thinking. I can't call it a kid's toy because it is. It literally is designed for gimmicks to try to sell to a more mass audience, i.e. children, as opposed to being a serious device to play high-end games on. That's why their own first-party devs can't make their games run well on it because of the hardware limitations. It's more about style and gimmick than function. And it always has been. Every Nintendo console has been like that since the 90s. It's a track record. This is just facts. If you're upset by facts, stop being that much of a dedicated fan of something. Take a step back, take a deep breath, understand you are not Nintendo, and you need to stop taking offense. You know? That's ridiculous. I can't believe you would even say that. Right? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So people won't watch me play Nintendo games because I fairly criticize the console. Oh, okay. I guess what I should do is just say that it's the best console ever, kiss its butt, and then I'll get a few views on my Mario Wonder playthrough, right? Like, that's ridiculous. Come on, man. Iron Man the Power says, how about a Mario games tier maker? That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. Ranking all Mario games. I mean, that'd be tough because there's 5 zillion Mario games. So maybe we'd have to narrow it down. Like, maybe we could find a tier maker that has like a ton of them, and then we just pick the best ones or the ones that are the most notable and try to rank those, right? That could work.